Hello, my name is Dan Johnson and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the standard releases for Doctor Who, the collection series, and talking about whether they're worth buying. This is the one for season 19. This is the one I don't have, and I'm very happy to have it because it means I get to watch episodes like Earthshock, and some of the ones I haven't even seen yet, like Time Flight. Apparently that's good. The reason for this thing's existence is that the rarer sets, such as season 19, but they're going to do this for all of them, I imagine, they're very difficult to get, and there's a lot of features on here that a lot of people would like to own. Like for me personally, having Earthshock on Blu-ray was a big thing of why I wanted this set, and for it to have a huge price tag was a real issue, and I'm very happy that we can now be able to watch the episodes at an affordable price instead of having to pay like £100 just to get the episodes if you're not too bothered about the packaging. For me, I'm still bothered about the packaging, and I would still like to get the rarer versions if I can. And I hope that with this coming out, there will be a date at some point when the cost of these sets will go down, like these ones, because people won't be looking for them as much. Because now they're more widely available, that the price of them will drop so that they become more reasonable, basically. You're probably still going to be paying more than the retail price and all that kind of stuff, but I think that it will become affordable, that if you really want it, you can get it, which I think is a great thing. If you look first at the cover, we have Peter Davison. From what I can tell, it's exactly the same artwork that you get in the regular season 9 or the rarer season 19, and with this you have Peter Davison holding Adric Star, a Cyberman, the Master, and two creatures I'm not quite sure about, obscured slightly by the logo. And of course, let's not forget the leak. The leak? The leak? There's the celery strapped to his side. And mistook it for a flower a minute ago. Then we have the spine. It has the same format as your regular releases. The only issue is obviously it's a lot thinner than most of them, but although it's a pretty thick Blu-ray, to be honest, but I'm not too bothered about the size of it as long as the format with the season 19 down at the bottom and the picture of the face at the front, and all of that is the same. Then we have the back, your generic back for a regular box set here. Contains episodes Castrovalva, Fort to Doomsday, Kinder, I think it's Kinder, The Visitation, Black Orchid, Earthshock, and Time Flight. I've actually only seen 2 of these stories, come to think of it. I like to obviously watch them, but I was kind of holding out for the box set itself to come out, and then I would buy it and watch them all that way. But now I can. We have a whole bunch of bonus features. Obviously, I'll pause on this for a minute, and if you know anything about these box sets, that they do have a lot of amazing bonus features, such as Peter Davison in conversation, the making of documentaries, behind the sofa is always a highlight, and then at the bottom you have all of the technical stuff. That sort of sleeve, I'd just like to point this out because this is attention to detail. Most box sets don't do this now. Is that they've put cardboard inside of the sleeve so it looks a lot more neater. And talk about like the cardboard itself, it does feel like it has a quality to it, more than just like your crappy cardboard that you get on most releases. I'm just trying to look for one. This Red Dwarf DVD, for example, it's very card-like and it's kind of cheap, but that definitely has a nice sort of sheen to it, which I quite enjoy. Then you have the image on the front here. It does look very weird in the Blu-ray case, like almost like I've done it myself. There it is, and you get the full rest of the image, and then you have obviously the spine slightly bending over onto either side, but it doesn't matter. And then you have the TARDIS on the back, much the same as the regular. Once you've opened it, you have all of this stuff here, and we'll be talking about the discs in a moment. But first I wanted to talk about the booklet, because that's the only thing that's changed from this to the older one. So the thing with this is that you have the booklet looking the same, it's just tucked in on the side instead of being, behind the doors. All they've done to the booklet itself is removed the information notes, like the production note stuff that they write for the things. Instead of that, you just have the sort of information about what's on each disc and how that entails to the story, as well as a small blurb about each episode. But you also get some, nice pieces of artwork. So I suppose that they haven't try to rush the thing through. I suppose it was more of a printing issue than anything else. You know, if you had too thick of a booklet, it probably wouldn't be worth them making a standard release, because then there would be no comparison between that release and the new release. Back to the discs themselves, you have Castrovalva, then you have Forward to Doomsday, joined by Kinder. I need to say Kinder instead of Kinder. The Visitation, then on the next disc, Black Orchid, which looks like a very interesting story, but seems to be kind of blurry, which is strange. Then you have Earthshock, the story I was most looking forward to getting, as I mentioned before, and of course Time Flight. Joined, nearly forgot about it, by the final disc, which is Bonus Features. I just want to point out that when I talk about sort of steelbooks and stuff and how I like them to have not stacked discs, because stacked discs are really annoying, because they kind of, it's not really an issue with Blu-ray discs, but with DVD discs they kind of get scratched because they're right up against each other. But with these you can scroll through all of the artworks quite neatly. And quite easily, especially compared to the bigger collection box sets, the rarer collection box sets. They are quite difficult, and notoriously difficult, in fact, to be able to pull out the discs you're after, because if you're after the final episode, let's say you're going after Time Flight for some reason, and you're scrolling through the thing to try and get to Time Flight, you're having to pull the whole thing out in order to get to it. And of course, those things kind of break fairly often as well. But with this, you can scroll through all of the disc art, etc. very easily, which is nice. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you give it a like, subscribe if you're new. I hope you like the new microphone. It will definitely save me some time with editing, because I don't have to sync audio anymore, because it's connected up to my camera. I just want to thank Scott briefly for talking to me about this microphone. It's definitely going to allow me to cut a few corners when it comes to making videos, and allow me to hopefully make videos easier with it, because I don't have to do the whole like syncing audio kind of stuff. But anyway, with these sets, I'm personally planning on getting the season 12 one at some point, because if I can't have a whole collection of collection box sets, like the rarer ones, then why the hell can't I have a collection of the standard releases instead? And if I had a collection of standard releases, they could line up nicely, and I'd have all 26. So that might be a good thing for the future, possibly, to do, so that at least I would have a full collection of something. But I'm not going to give up on the collection box sets, the rarer ones, by any means. But this set I think is really nice. I think it's very well designed. The artwork is obviously great, and it has been across all of the collection box sets, so that's not really a surprise. But I think that this is quite good value for money, compared to that, you know, you could spend double the price plus on buying this release anyway. If you can get a shortcut, which has, you know, obviously some drawbacks, which are obviously you don't get the nicer packaging, but really I'm quite happy that I've got the episodes, and that's what's really important at the end of the day. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and I shall see you soon. Goodbye.